She's fucking awesome.
Is she really?
I think so.
Why is she no longer
If I could
arriving
hire
now?
her at
But she wants to work in canning and stuff like that. It's not gonna be a front of house position.
that's what she wants. That's why she left, because she wanted to be more in the operational side of Ivanhoe, but they decided to make most of their operations at Brew Hub. So she wants to be a brewer.
Nice.
I'd be like a couple years down the line to be a brewer, but
It's fine. She's willing to do the work.
She's
not.
cool?
She's not scared. Yeah, she's fucking awesome. She's hard work. She's a
Apprentice
hard
the
worker.
hell
she can
out of
handle a
her.
bunch of assholes.
Dude,
There's only a few in there.
yeah, totes. She's handled hanging out with me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Says a lot.
I'll
It's at
call
least
her.
like
She'd be
2.5
the only girl on the
assholes
team.
right there.
She's got it.
I
Yeah.
don't discriminate. I just
Yeah, I would give her a call.
okay.
I'll send my buddy back in here too. If there's room.
Good.
Say yes. If there isn't, say no.
What?
I'm gonna
It's like
say,
just blink if you want me to send in more people. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Did he blink?
I need to hire.
I can't see through these things.
He tried.
I'm
can't
gonna
see
I'm
it.
gonna send that dude in though. He does mobile canning for us.
For who? For Ironheart?
No, he does. He's a rolling can, the rolling can company. He'll do like smaller, like
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Like
pull from the bright tank, but like we have a 3-barrel system, so he does
Cool.
ours. Okay.
Nice.
Hey, gentlemen.
Hey, buddy.
Good
We're
to be
back.
back.
What are y'all doing?
Round 4. We just decided to pop in and have a conversation on a hot mic.
I love
Enjoying
it.
ourselves.
I love that. This is a weird way to look at the world right now.
Yeah.
Like it's lightly tinted. And I've been outside, so I'm a little sun bleached.
There
well,
we go.
it makes sense that you're wearing glasses inside with the Hennessy bucket.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know?
Yes.
Come prepared.
Come prepared.
We're ready for anything in here.
Yes, we are.
Who are we missing today?
We're missing Ty again. He doesn't feel well.
Again?
Yeah, we called him this time, on time.
He doesn't
Texted
feel
me
good.
this morning and said, I want to come in, but I'm nauseous, not Rona sick. So I like how that's the new thing. It's like, hey, guys, I don't feel well, but I don't have Rona.
Yeah, I don't
It's
have
not-
Rona.
Yeah.
It's not a Rona thing. I'm
You
just
have,
not.
you have to preface that and be like, yeah, it's honestly something that's going around. It's not Corona.
Yeah.
It's a soft sickness. It's
Yeah.
nothing hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of that, can I take over Drew's Cocktail of the Week, revive that from the last time we did this?
Yeah.
Go to Starbucks, order a refresher, drop tequila and or liquor.
Hey.
Or any other form of liquor. I prefer tequila. Inside of that.
Okay.
And you got yourself a tasty beverage.
Nice.
And 9 times out of 10, the fruit is enough to mask the smell of the liquor, depending on how much you put in it.
Hey,
So if you
okay.
get pulled over, they just didn't give a harmless Starbucks.
Well, no
drink.
one's ever been arrested with a cup of Starbucks in their hand.
I think that the
Nah.
arresting officer would be chastised.
That'd be the end. That'd be the end of that department.
Yeah, that guy's not making it out. He's not doing too well at the company picnic.
How long is it going to be until Starbucks opens a bar?
They actually already
Matter
have
of
one,
time.
technically speaking.
Yeah.
Disney
Really?
Springs, a wine bar.
There's a wine bar in there?
So you just
Where
do
in there?
coffee and wine?
It's only
at Disney
open,
Springs?
like, you have to make an appointment.
But it's in the Starbucks
Yeah,
at
so,
the Springs.
so if you remember the layout of Disney Springs, you have that area where you get you order.
Yeah.
Then to the right of that is where you pick it up, and then around the corner.
on the lake side, the back side is the lake
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
Okay.
So the bar is actually facing where the balloon entrance is, hot air
right,
balloon
right,
entrance
right,
is. And then you could, upon request, like you order ahead or do some blah, 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 you can get like a wine tasting there.
Get out of
Really?
here.
Yeah, so I think the concept is already starting.
Is it Starbucks wines?
I don't know. I think it
You know
might
how
not be.
you know how expensive that would be if you can get a bottle of Starbucks wine
Yeah.
off Disney property. I put that on
$68
eBay.
or something.
I get like 4 Bitcoin for that.
Dude. Is that how that works?
I don't want
Oh,
cash anymore.
man.
I'm done with cash.
That's right.
Until maybe like Saturday when I needed a tip.
I've already bought 36 cars. I guess I should probably gas
Cut
them
back a
all
little
up.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe sell one or two.
Speaking
Nah.
of, I'm going to try and get a Tesla this year, man. They're extending that electric vehicle tax
I know they're
credit.
throwing money around.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good times. Which one you got your eyes
about
on?
it. I'm just going just with the standard Model S. Nice little 4-door one. I don't need to get the one with the whole like little
You don't want the truck?
gull-wing doors. I mean, the Cybertruck would be great, but
It's what? It starts at 49 grand.
No, it's like 30 something grand.
30 something?
for the truck,
Oh man, it's cheap.
no way.
It's bananas cheap.
I thought the truck had to be north of 60.
No, they're
No.
giving them away.
Oh wow.
You could get the base.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
It's-
could get the
it's-
base model.
it's
with
That's
the-
fine.
You still get like the iPad for a console.
Still comes
but-
with a
Yeah.
steering wheel, right?
Like the little Knight Rider one.
Okay,
As a
I'm
matter
in.
of fact, I'm 100% sure that it's still 4-wheel drive too. They're all 4-wheel drive.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yo,
there's
you
a
could
second
pick.
gen version.
Yeah,
they're
you
doing
could
that's
pick
got
the
like
motors.
a second motor.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. That's what it is.
Probably one that's like an extra one for off-roading or for
I think it only comes in 1 and 2 motor models.
Yeah. So
Okay.
45 bucks.
$45.
Yeah.
Perfect.
21 bucks you can get a Cybertruck.
Nice.
Well, it's $100 down.
I'm in.
Yeah, it's refundable 100 too. So if it's
Okay.
your turn to pay and you're like, nah, it's not for me.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll give you your money back.
Nice.
Dude, I would totally buy one of those.
Thing is, yeah, you just got to get in on that tax credit, man, because that's like a good 7,500 or 10K back.
I got 33
on-
bucks. You guys
There we
want to
go.
go?
Yeah, let's go
Let's do
halvesies. Get a Cybertruck for the
I've been trying to
podcast.
get my
We'll
wife
chop that.
to.
I mean, look at that thing. Who doesn't
Yeah.
want that in
Dude,
their life?
that is. I don't care what anybody says. That thing is fucking awesome.
Just because it feels like I'm playing Halo again.
I mean, come on. Oh, that's exactly what that is.
Dude, you mount a gun on the back of that thing?
Yeah, he did.
We can knock out as many grunts as we can.
Look at
They
that
did
thing.
that.
Look
Yeah,
at
they
that
did.
little guy.
It's pretty.
Beautiful.
I mean, it's got to be fun.
I'd agree. We have Biden bucks, but those Elon bucks are stacking up, man.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, just
There
because
it is.
they're in Bitcoin
Single
and it's
motor,
going up.
39K. You're right, 40 grand.
Beautiful.
There's one with a triple motor in it for no reason.
For no reason. I
Where
feel
does
like
the third motor go?
Oh, you want it full self-driving? It's another 10K.
Oh, yep. See, that's why I'm honestly just figuring I'll try and get like just a regular Model S, but
With mine.
loaded out the door with the battery and everything like
donuts.
that.
dude.
Oh, that's it? And I give Elon $100?
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind giving him money.
No.
I kind of feel like he'll give it back some way. He seems like a generous person.
One day he's just gonna be like everyone that bought one of the first like
The one
Half
that was
a
the
million
Lotus body, whatever that was.
Teslas or whatever. Yeah, he's just gonna be like everyone gets one Bitcoin. Yeah, fuck it. You guys made me
Basically, yeah,
rich.
so you can buy me
It's
another.
like-
So you
it's
can buy
like-
a new
yeah.
Tesla.
It's like
I'll
working
give
the
you
high
Bitcoin.
roller suite
Yep.
at a
That's
casino when
it.
someone tips you 500 grand. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what the
What am I
fuck?
supposed to do with this? Change your life. That's
Change
what you
your
do.
life.
Right.
I'm going to go buy cocaine. That's what I'm going to do with this.
You know, and you ask the guy that gave it to you, he probably knows somebody.
Yeah, oh, 100%. He's
Or,
probably
or
going
it's
to be like,
him.
Yeah. Or he's just like, I got some.
yeah, I got some. How
I
much
got a little
for a
bit.
half ounce?
Uh,
$500,000.
500,000 and 1,000.
well, it just so happens.
500,001.
He just so happens I have $500,000 worth of cocaine on me at the casino.
Oh, fuck. You know,
Things that don't surprise you in Vegas.
I was actually listening to a podcast this morning on the way here, Bill Burr, and he said there's a video online right now of the Alfa Romeo C4, which is a really nice car, in a drag race against a Tesla, which the Tesla won. The Tesla, though, had a trailer on the back that had an Alfa Romeo C4 on it,
Nice.
and
That's
it
what I'm
still,
talking about.
and it
I believe
still
it.
won.
I believe it,
If
man.
that isn't the craziest thing I've ever
Dude.
fucking heard.
That ludicrous mode, man.
Yeah.
Have you been in that for that? Yeah. It's a life-changing chest
Oh, man.
experience.
And the thing is,
It's fun.
it feels surreal because your brain is waiting for the sound, and there is none.
There's no sound. It's not
And
coming.
just-
There it is. I think
Where am I
that's it.
looking?
It's just like a
I think
cough.
It's that one.
The X? Was it the Model X?
I'm not sure.
It's not the Cybertruck towing one, is it?
Oh, that would be amazing if it was.
Did Tesla save Alpha? What?
I don't know. It's from Auto Trend. I guess, something to look at later on their listen to on the ride home.
Yeah.
Versus the Alpha 4C drag racer.
Telling you that I'm gonna
Yeah,
get one
that
of
car
these.
is really nice, by the way.
Oh.
The Alfa Romeo.
Yeah, that
Yeah, the 4C.
they're pretty much just for those people who don't know, the nicer Alfa Romeos like that one. There it is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the dragon one.
He's
Yeah.
whooping his ass.
They're funny. Tesla's so funny.
Yeah, so the Alfa Romeos are pretty much Ferraris for the common man.
Yeah, I'm okay
Yeah.
with Alfa Romeos.
The Giulia is nice too.
Oh, I love the Giulia.
Yeah. It's great.
I'm awestruck by Aston Martin right now.
Dude,
Yeah.
they're so pretty.
They came out
Beautiful.
of nowhere.
They came
you
out
see
with-
the truck?
No.
Aston Martin did a truck.
Well, it's probably because like
Everyone else
what is it?
doing it.
Lamborghini did a truck. Porsche did a truck. They're beautiful too.
It's actually the official pace. There's a reason for this.
Right.
It correlates directly with Formula One.
Pace car.
Well, the pace car is part of the reason why, but the company of Aston Martin was looking down bankruptcy. Now, the concept for that SUV was already in the works. I think it's fucking amazing.
It's gorgeous.
The concept for that SUV was already in the works,
Yeah.
but the company was pretty much about to scrap any future projects until a billionaire.
And a
Who's-
name billionaire?
His name's Lawrence Stroll.
Oh, there.
He is a Canadian billionaire, and his son is a Formula One driver. So he had purchased a team called Racing Point. It was Force India, and then he renamed it Racing Point. and then noticed that Aston Martin was going under, so he bought controlling stake in Aston Martin. Ooh. Completely dumped a shit ton of money into it.
I can see it.
Oh, that's a great place to be in. It's
And
like Aston Martin's real low. I'm real high right now.
Rebranded his racing team as Aston Martin.
It's genius.
And they're gorgeous cars. And now because of that, and because of his deal with Mercedes, because Mercedes provides the engines for his Formula One team, they switch off between the Aston Martin pace car and the Mercedes pace car.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
They fixed that whole company.
Oh, yeah.
All it took was a race car driver.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah, and the kid's not bad. A lot of people give him shit because he's like grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth, but
Yeah, but he made that.
Didn't
now. He
every
fixed that
Formula
now.
One driver pretty much?
I hope
I mean,
so.
Lewis Hamilton grew up poor.
Did he?
Yeah. You should watch his documentary, the David Letterman thing.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
next
yeah.
guest or whatever it is.
Oh, he was on there?
Him and his dad were on there, and it was it's pretty eye opening.
Wow.
It's an expensive sport to get into, so if you're poor,
That's why I just don't think that anyone poor gets into it.
Yeah, would
'cause-
champion an
it-
impoverished kid.
well, it's like all of a sudden because it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you know, I'm 15, I barely have my driver's license, but can you get me like a
it's like horse
$5,000-$6,000 like car to race in? And
Well, they
I
start
just
off
might
in
crash it.
go-karts,
And
pretty much.
Okay.
And if you start to get
but I mean, isn't the licensing there? Because like all the kids that do it, you got to get a license,
well, it's on a
which
track,
is
so
like
it
$3,000
doesn't
or
matter.
Right,
whatever.
well,
You
you
can drive at 5 years old on a track without a driver's license.
Yeah.
I'm sure. As
No,
long
I
as it's a
thought that they
private
make
track.
you get like a
so to
like a
race, you have to have a
driver's
racing
like-
license, but for a kid, it's maybe like a couple $100.
yeah.
And then you pretty much will know. So, for example, a McLaren just signed an American kid who's tearing it up on the go-kart track. He's like 15. Not even, he's
Nice.
probably like 12. I think he's 12.
Wow.
And McLaren's like, all right, you're in our young driver development program, so we're going to start taking the brunt
Wow.
of the cost. So, I mean,
That's
this kid's probably
awesome.
been racing since he was 8 years old, but now that he's 12,
Yeah.
took him 4 years. A big team finally saw him and it's like, okay, now we're going to take this burden out of your parents. So the thing is like the most expensive part of joining or starting to become a race car driver is the upfront cost when you first start out. Like,
Yeah.
if you're a go-kart, you got to pay for all the tires.
Yeah.
You have to pay for all the repairs.
Oh, yeah.
Transportation. all that.
Transportation. Yeah, you can't just throw
Entry
the back
fees,
of that.
all that
You can't
nonsense,
throw that
yeah.
cart in the back of the Cyber truck and dive off. You have to.
Yeah.
You know, you have to like.
No, I
most of
know
these
this is
teams are
exactly
super
everything
legit.
I was saying.
Yeah. So. No, well, I was just explaining the licensing isn't expensive. It's more of just everything else.
No, I'm
So
just
his
saying
dad
it's one
had
of
to learn
those
how
that
to
it's
become a
about
go-kart.
10 grand or something like that before your
I
kid
would
ends
say,
up
yeah.
getting like
any really fun
noticed,
hobby,
or
probably
you're
10
like,
grand your first year.
or if you're actually going to start like competing in it.
Yeah.
You've probably dropped like north or close to 10 grand into that
Yeah.
to be like on the track with a competitive vehicle, all good equipment, you're safe, and you've been entered into enough in the past to like get yourself to that level.
Or
Yeah,
you
if
gotta
you're
win
starting to
enough,
win,
right?
there's a ton of leagues and stuff, and it's. I mean, there's adult go-kart leagues that are freaking competitive.
Sure.
It's
Yeah.
open wheel. You can just stick your foot out there and kick somebody.
Sometimes they had it coming.
I would have a banana
Dude, if you-
in
if-
my
if-
pocket at all
if
Here's
you-
times.
there. Signal.
This is gonna be the guy trying to stick his foot out of the cart at 50 miles an hour, sticking it into some other guy's tire, and
No, I would.
throws a blue shell at him. For
Yeah.
I'm like, what did you do?
Where the hell did you get this from?
Ah.
Fell off my wife's finger.
Ugh.
Vindictive enough. Yeah, it's pretty interesting how the whole Formula One journey start. I mean, even just IndyCar,
Yeah.
NASCAR.
Any racer gets into it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
crazy.
not an easy sport to get into.
Mm-mm.
I mean, even if you have money, you're not guaranteed to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some people who have only been on what? I mean, I don't want to knock Danica Patrick, but she was on NASCAR for what? A couple years, and that was
Yeah.
it. There's been plenty of people who've been in and out.
She won in IndyCar,
Yeah,
which is
she's killing it.
arguably harder than NASCAR.
I would agree.
NASCAR is just where all the big there's no money in IndyCar. There's money in there's money in NASCAR because there's no cap limits on paying your driver. There's
Yeah.
more sponsors.
Oh wow.
It's easier to get sponsors in NASCAR than
Okay.
because NASCAR doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
If you want the bartender's ball to sponsor a podcast, how much money you got? We got about 4,000. Pull it on in.
Deal.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah.
a sticker on this car
Yeah.
right here for you.
It's going to be
It'll be
about
the size of a
this
baseball,
big,
but
and it'll
fine.
just say
It'll
that,
be on
and
there.
It's like boom.
It'll be a taster glass sideways, but it'll get on there.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's their standards for that are not very high. Whereas Formula One, like Haas was like Haas, which is an American team,
Right.
was looking for a sponsor in Germany, and they're like, we would love to give you the money you need, but we would like you to have a German driver next year.
Sorry,
Won't
Haas.
you make this happen?
It's not what we want.
And they did.
Did they?
Yeah,
Bend
they
over.
got, they got Michael Schumacher's son, the greatest race car driver of all time. They picked his.
Well, if we have to get a
Cam.
German, let's choose
get a
him.
good-
Let's
Let's get
choose
it-
the
yeah.
German, the
Yeah.
greatest race car driver. Well, soon to be second greatest race car driver in the history
Yeah.
of motorsports.
Right.
That's what I
behind
want.
Lewis
I mean,
Hamilton.
If you want to race a horse and you can't afford the horse because it's retired,
Yeah.
you know,
Go for the
Where's
best
the
horse.
son
the
at?
sun.
Yeah, give me that Colt.
what's that pony doing over there?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Let's
He's
jump
looking
on that
real
early.
nice.
Worst case scenario is you have the same last name. We can sell those jerseys.
Yes,
That's it.
and they do. They do.
It still says Schumacher on it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just as good.
Dude, that's the
It's just as good.
that's the thing. Everybody's
genius of
like,
branding.
everybody's like, oh my god. When I saw the Schumacher initials on there, I got emotional. I'm just like, well, I guess I haven't been a fan for that long, but
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand. It'd be like Brett Favre's kid or Tom
Yeah.
Brady's kid doing it, you know. But yeah, it's pretty interesting how the whole racing dynamic works.
Yeah.
I
Racing's
hate
crazy.
that I know this much about it.
It's nuts.
I wish I didn't like sports.
I feel
as
like
much
this
as
is
I
more
do.
useful than Lord of the Rings knowledge.
No, it's definitely not. Lord of the Rings has been around
No,
longer.
no. There's plenty of it. And that will always be around.
That's
Correct.
right.
One day we might not be driving, but we'll still be talking about those books.
God damn.
It's because I'll just be watching Lord of the Rings on
Is
the
that-
screen in my Tesla.
Yeah, well, I'm driving down the street. Extra
Well, I'm-
10 grand, well
yeah.
spent.
While I'm driving out to Oviedo, it's like I'm just watching Netflix and scrolling through Peacock Live on there.
You gotta
So,
keep your
I-
hand.
yeah,
you
I
gotta
don't
keep
really,
your hand on it.
I don't really want to say this because I know out of spite you won't do it.
What?
But I guarantee you're going to call me with questions once the new Lord of the Rings series comes out
Yeah?
on Amazon Prime.
Calling you, asking you, who's this guy?
Or like, what are your thoughts on this? Or what does it say about this in the lore? And
Where's the guy from the lake house?
It's
True.
you gotta watch the show when it comes out.
Okay.
It's the most expensive TV show.
I thought you were gonna say there was like some 4-hour YouTube video I have to watch, and I'm like, I'm
Well,
sorry,
there's a
man.
great
I'm
10-minute
not.
10-minute
really
video
not.
on why the Eagles just couldn't fly Frodo into Mordor for all those assholes.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they just didn't understand Gandalf.
No, it wasn't it.
Oh.
They understood him. They saved him before. They saved him
Well,
in The
see,
Hobbit.
the Eagles are angels. They're not.
Well, they're a race. They're a
Ah.
proud race of birds, but also the Nazgul have those like giant dragon things.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know how many of those there are. You can't just stroll in there. Also, Sauron would have done something,
Yeah.
or Saruman. It's not like they could just, they got spies everywhere.
It's
The
gonna
trees
work out.
talk, dude. The trees.
It's true.
We're gonna crip walk
Keep
away
it going.
from this.
The trees are my favorite.
Treebeard.
Is my favorite because it reminds me of that Aqua
Yeah.
Teen Hunger Force episode. We're trees.
Speaking of that,
Gosh.
speaking of that, Squidbillies is now on HBO Max.
Yeah, we talked about this last time.
I just want to make sure the whole
So
world
we
knows.
gotta get the word out.
Just want to make sure it's out there.
Correct.
Yeah, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, all of them, man. Metalocalypse.
Fucking love it.
Yeah.
I fucking
All
love
the good ones from back in the day.
it. I know I told you this last night, but I introduced the twins to Letterkenny.
Yeah.
Ashley was struggling to understand what was going on because they talked too fast. Beth was loving every minute of it.
It's great.
It's a great show. It's amazing. And that's why I appreciate it about it.
Ashley's going to kill me for this, but this is why you talk fast when you're trying to win an argument.
I just talk louder. I know I've lost already.
You just talk faster and
Keep it
just
moving.
override the points with more arguments.
I'm
and
gonna
then
start- I'm gonna
before you
start
know it,
really-
she's like, "Babe, I just love you," and he's like, "I just love you too.
I
Why are we
know."
fighting? I don't know. Let's stop."
I'm gonna start
Okay.
throwing a real stick in the spokes by just like an argument that I've clearly lost, and I'm just gonna go in the bathroom and LeBron James it like I just won a fucking NBA championship.
Just give yourself that
And
little
that
win.
is how you argue. Oh, bow to me.
I think you should just do it right over the bed,
should
like where
start
she's
with
laying
that,
when you have
actually.
this argument.
Like it's already a victory. Start with that. Just go
yeah.
in there and maybe
Yeah.
that's the argument.
Yeah. Hey.
How
hey.
would you do that?
Oh man, you could just get like one of those little like chalk bags for pool players and just keep it in your pocket. And whenever she's like about to argue, fluff it in the
Chalk it
hands
up.
a few times and be like, "Let's go."
And then if she
It's
starts
time.
to see me go in the pocket for it, she'd be like,
Don't you do it.
Not again, Dustin.
Don't you do it.
"You're vacuuming this time."
And if she's ever wearing dark clothes, you just dot her with it once. And
This isn't. I feel like we need to test this with your girlfriend first.
yeah, Chelsea would choke you if you did
No,
that.
no,
though.
no, no. I mean you do it. She's your girlfriend. I don't have to argue with her. You
He's
do.
like, nah, I already know what that's gonna
I'm
be
okay. I know how that argument
Like. I'd rather
goes.
be
Yeah?
I'd rather
Yeah.
be a witness than a
Has
victim.
she ever argued too close to your golf clubs? And you're
Oh.
just like, you have to like kind of scoot the whole argument around so she doesn't
Nah,
grab one and
I
beat
keep
you
those in
way
the
too-
attic.
or in the trunk.
So
of
I
your
know
car.
what she's going for.
Oh, jeez, I'm not Tiger Woods, man.
Didn't you have them in your trunk of your car the other day?
No.
Oh, weird.
No,
Anyway.
those were stolen.
Yeah. Duh. Dummy.
No, you'd recognize them. They have those Giants club covers on them.
Why would you do that to yourself?
They were on them when I bought them. Never changed
Yeah, I've
them.
never taken them off.
Yeah.
Genius. Genius.
It's a mismatched set of golf clubs I found at a garage sale for $25.
It's a
and
slam dunk.
Came with a
Really?
driver and
Hey,
everything.
didn't you try
Worst
to sell
part's
them to
the...
me for 30?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely not doing it now.
All right.
Jared actually gave me a set the
Nice.
other day, and I'm like, oh, Drew's gonna be mad. He just lost out on $30.
It's because he's moving across the country. Oh, damn it. No, it was $20 and I had the money in my wallet. And then you asked for it back because you needed to cash that night.
Yeah, because
right.
I didn't want
Sunk
to
in
use
a
my
ditch.
I totally
card.
forgot about this.
I didn't want to use my card.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, now you got a nicer set. Or I guarantee the set Jared gave you is nicer.
I don't know. But I do know people who work at golf courses. It's very easy to swap.
Yeah.
I know a guy.
People don't notice that until they
There
get
are
home.
no cameras on every green.
Well, you'd be surprised how many people.
There's not really a lot of security out there in the wild.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you're 20 minutes from the clubhouse, and you're like, all right, course clubs? My
Nah.
clubs? Oops.
Do you have any idea how many times people leave like ridiculously expensive clubs at the golf course?
Yeah.
They'll wait.
Never
like,
to be seen again.
Yeah, they'll wait 6 months.
I tell you, man, one of my favorite things about working at Earl's is that really nice, like, basket of free umbrellas they keep by the front door. Oh, man. Anytime it's raining,
I got one.
Yay. Louis Vuitton. Who is this guy?
yeah. Lewis
Oh.
left his umbrella, but I'm going to take it.
He's got his
I tried to
name
look
all
him
over
up. I couldn't find him anywhere in Orlando.
Yeah. Is it Paris?
Love it.
Oh, I love it. So, we were talking about this earlier today, but there is a big. Do you play fantasy football?
No,
Are you a football guy?
no,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I hate it.
Most people from Hawaii definitely aren't. I've noticed, mainly because it's not.
Yeah, we're island people. We're interested in water type sports, like surfing and boat racing.
I was gonna say water
And
polo.
then we're okay with soccer. We're okay with it. We don't really care that much about it.
Okay.
But we'll go to that. I can go to a football game, no problem. I can't watch NASCAR on TV.
That's a
No.
little rough.
Drives me nuts. But I can go to a
NASCAR's
race.
horrible.
I
can
can
go to
get
a
drunk
race.
and yell at anything.
Yeah, but I have to be there for it.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'll
can't
go to
really-
a football game. Like, I like that environment, but I just can't sit there and watch it on television.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it's like watching people work all Sunday, and I'm like,
Are you guys big with volleyball?
oh, yeah.
Volleyball. I said volleyball.
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 Volleyball, yeah.
I think that's like a
Volleyball's good.
huge beach, like any beachside community.
Mm-hmm.
We
Big
had
on
we had
volleyball.
volleyball nets. Well, we have racket nets
Uh-huh.
everywhere in Hawaii. So,
Okay.
like, most recreational facilities will have it because there's sand right below your feet. It doesn't take much
Always.
to build that. You just move some grass to the left, and there
Yeah.
you go. You got a field.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always volleyball out there. Tennis was all right. All those like open, outdoor, airy, rich, slightly rich people sports is a big deal.
Open air sports.
Yeah,
you know?
golf is notorious out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even know what a golf course costs out there, but I'm pretty sure it's outrageously overpriced.
Oh, 100%. You'd have to imagine.
Well, probably because you got some of the nicest views ever, and rich people are playing golf. They
Yeah.
want to
Yeah,
be able to look out and feel like they're on a fucking beautiful ass tropical
so
island.
stupid. They go to Top Golf, save
Yeah.
themselves trouble. They got a rule out in Hawaii where you can't construct anything without like a native being in charge of it or being part of the construction.
That happened with the whole Zuckerberg thing, right?
You can't build a damn
He
thing.
tried to
without
zuck up
natives.
the whole island.
Yeah, and they were like, we're not gonna build it.
Yeah,
Which
and he
is
was
awesome.
Wasn't
Like, the
wasn't he
natives are
just like
nope, we won't even
edging
build it.
fence around his whole
I
like
think so.
property, and
Yeah.
they were just like, hey, you had like the house over there, and
And then he bought a house
You're,
in
like,
the other corner. and
trying to
then- and
like
he's just trying
fence
to
in
push it.
between all the houses and everything, and you can't take over 38% of the island, dude.
We're
That's
not
what he
getting,
did.
off.
we're not
That's what he
getting
did to his
zucked.
California. That's what he did to his
Yeah.
California neighbors. He just
Mhm.
bought the houses around him.
Yeah, and then he all of a sudden just turned into like a super complex,
Yeah.
and I hope he got stopped with that shit in Hawaii. I hope so.
I don't think they'd let him do it.
Yeah, that's
They're
good
like-
because
People
Yeah.
on the island are wise to
And
what
then
you
he's
do. They don't
like-
have much else to do.
right.
You know, if they see you buying 5 properties and all of a sudden you're like not working on 2 of them, and
Yeah.
the fence is getting bigger, they're gonna be like,
Fence is getting
Yeah,
bigger
like,
and the
yeah,
house is
right.
getting smaller.
that's it. Like,
Okay.
whoever's working on fences, stop working.
Yeah.
Cut him off.
Okay.
Zuckerberg will be out there by himself.
Exactly. And
This
then all of a
Tristan,
sudden the
the whole
community
state of
takes
Hawaii
care of
now
him.
can't access Facebook or Instagram.
It's fine. Yeah, or get on planes all of a sudden. Like, what's going on? Landlocked it.
Hey.
Which would be, from most people that I've heard that are from Hawaii, is exactly what they want.
Yeah.
Roseanne wouldn't leave that island if she didn't have to.
Yeah.
I don't blame her. I'd stay
Oh,
there
man.
too.
When'd she get there? Like 20 years ago?
She's been there for a long time.
Damn.
Yeah, she has
Smart.
a big pot farm there.
Yeah.
Hemp
Smart.
farm. And peanuts.
Really?
I think
How do you
owns,
know
a
so much
few
about
different-
Roseanne Barr?
She was on Joe Rogan.
Oh,
She's chit chatting after that.
okay.
After that, what did she say? She said something stupid, got herself in trouble as usual.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
on
and she got
Ambien.
kicked off the
Was it
the remake of the
WNBA
Roseanne
thing?
show.
Something.
I don't
Yeah, that's
remember.
what happened. So during that time period,
Mm-hmm.
she had a little collapse, and she
Yeah.
chilled it on the island
Yeah,
for a little while.
I was curious, like, to see how Joe Rogan would react to that. And then, like, in the later podcast, he said, well, she's had massive head trauma.
Yeah, she's always had head
And that'll
trauma.
change.
Oh, really?
Like, before she became the Roseanne Barr that we know, she was, like, somewhat normal.
Yeah.
Got massive head trauma, became one of the funniest people in the world, and then the craziest people in the world. So the same thing happened to Sam Kinison.
Yeah.
He was a
I
pastor.
was just gonna say, yeah,
Got
Kennison.
hit by a car.
Yeah.
Fucked his head all up. And now he's like a crazy person.
Reverse Gary Busey.
Basically, you can't hit Gary hard enough to knock that clock backwards.
So Antonio Brown,
Yeah.
he was a normal, productive receiver. Gets that dirty, awful, disgusting hit from Vontez Perfect. Literally just took the crown of his helmet and went on purpose, full speed, was like targeting. You could tell. And
Yeah?
It's like a shark.
knocked him right in the fucking head. And it was a hit on a defenseless receiver. Antonio didn't even know where he was.
Damn.
He hit him like on the backside of his head.
Blacked him out.
Wow.
And then ever since then, the next
Ooh.
year, after he recovered, because he was pretty much done for the season after that.
Yeah.
After he recovered the next year, that's when the video surfaced of him doing a whole Instagram or Facebook Live thing with the coach. And then he started questioning this and then that and then this and then that. The massive head trauma can... I think I need someone to hit me with a truck so I can become a comedian is what's really going
Yeah.
down.
Didn't they do that once already?
No, that was a fire.
Oh.
Wait till the Cybertruck shows up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock the comedy right out of your brain.
Oh, man. Might take two.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Jesus Christ. I bet there's a sensor.
We won't stop till you're either
I don't
dead
want
or
to
the
hit this.
funniest
I don't
man
want
in
to
the
kill
world.
this guy, but do you have like the comedy setting?
Yeah.
So when I hit him, he'll be funny. I gotta wreck this open mic at my brewery on tomorrow night.
They just call that the workers' comp setting. It puts it at about 40% power, and you hit your friend, and it's like, oh, fuck, what
It
happened?
has nothing to do with the tires. It's mostly mirrors.
Yeah.
So the reason why we brought up the football thing is because I'm a huge football fan. He's a huge fantasy football fan. That's fair to say.
I.e.
right?
football fan, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. But
I watch a game or two.
at least only because you have to, because there's money on the line.
Absolutely.
That I'll watch. We're
Yeah.
playing for
Yeah.
cash, and I'm getting busy.
Well,
DraftKings.
I am a huge advocate for football, and it's one of those sports along the way that I wish I didn't like as much as I did because it caused me a lot less anxiety.
I wish you didn't
Yeah.
like baseball as much as you did,
I
but
freaking love baseball.
yeah.
I love a lot of sports.
It's
Though.
too much to pay attention to,
There's
man.
not a lot to pay attention to.
I mean, really, there's not much going on.
No.
Yeah.
It's so long sometimes. But I do love baseball's great moments. Those are my favorite
Oh
moments.
my
Yeah.
God. Diving catches, over the
I
wall,
forgot what it was. We were
robbing home
watching-
runs.
Yeah, like I'm in college and I'm staying at my buddy's place, and he's from Boston, and he's just like, he's watching Boston play, staring at it, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm in there making food. They get a home run, he's all excited, and then all of a sudden the next batter comes up, another home run, and now I'm interested. I'm like,
Yeah.
2 in a row. They won't get 3. They got all the way to like maybe 4. I was like, that felt good. To like watch that live, I get that. Like,
Yeah.
I want that moment.
Yeah.
Like, that felt good. I couldn't sit through the rest of that game though. Like when that moment
Nah.
happened, I was like, sweet, now we're out.
That's right.
That's
That's
how I
it.
got
Let's go get
Go
drinks
out
and
on a
talk about
high.
that.
That's it.
That's how I got hooked on Doctor Who for a few days.
Yeah.
I was just like casually trying to not watch my ex-girlfriend watching Doctor Who, and I'm just like,
What's going on? What are you
slowly
watching?
but surely my head started peeking more out of the kitchen.
So somebody
So you
screams
got it.
and you see something on the TV and you're like, what was that?
Oh,
What just happened?
oh, that's interesting.
That looked kind of cool. I mean, no, I'm making dinner, but
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, wait.
yeah, don't mind me, but we're going to discuss about
What did
that
he
later
say?
over these Brussels sprouts.
and then you're hooked.
100.
Yep.
I haven't watched anything. in,
HBO
like,
got me
years.
real good the other day with a one-off series, Avenue 5.
Avenue 5.
Such a good fucking
So
show.
funny.
So
it's
good.
inappropriate on all angles. And
Yeah.
the music is like super melodic, so it sounds like the world's coming
Yeah.
down around these people.
How much did you get through?
I watched the whole thing.
So good.
2 days.
Their season 2's coming out soon.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were going to do
So
another
good.
one.
Dr. House in that show?
Yeah.
Oh my
Hugh Laurie's in it.
God.
I guess I'm going to have to watch Avenue 5.
Watch it.
You-
It's about this like cruise ship in space, and everything
Yeah.
goes awry. They get knocked off course by
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah.
3 years?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
supposed to be back in like 6 months.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
No,
But
I think I told
the
you
cast
about
is
it.
outrageous.
You might have.
Well, like last year in quarantine and everything, It's star-studded cast, fucking
It's
Everybody-
funny.
everybody killing it in
It's
there.
everyone's good. Everyone's
Yeah.
good.
I'm intrigued.
Remember when that cruise ship, like the shit ship, they had that problem that one time where people were stuck out at sea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they were like flooded, and the
"There's
shit water
feces
came
all
up."
over the walls in here, and we can't do anything. It's like that,
Oh, perfect.
but as a comedy in space.
I'm in.
Yeah, with Hugh Laurie as the captain.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
I just watched the. I've been hooked on like the new documentaries that Netflix are releasing that are kind of like NC-17.
Dude,
Yeah.
I burned through those. They're so
Yeah,
good.
I just watched the samurai one the
I
other
didn't
day.
see that one yet.
So I watched the pirate one,
That's all that was.
the
That was
Lost
fun.
Pirate Kingdom. That one was awesome.
Yeah, that was good.
And then I watched the samurai one, which wasn't quite as.
Engaging.
No, it was just they didn't say fuck or cunt. I
Yeah.
guess.
Samurai's a little
They
more.
get one, don't they?
No. I mean the word fuck's been
Netflix.
thrown around,
Kunt.
but it was pretty. It's pretty intriguing. It's pretty awesome.
Nice.
It's mind-boggling that all of that is real.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Like pretty much Japan, which is ruled by factions
Yeah.
at one point, families,
Yeah.
and
No, dude, there's some great documentaries coming out now.
it's insane.
Like I just watched Foxcatcher.
Oh yeah,
Like maybe 2-3 weeks ago. Like I heard the story, but then I watched it. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is way
I-
worse than I thought.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, but I know what.
Oh,
it
it'll
is.
grab you.
Yeah. Chelsea and I just watched Sour Grapes. It's actually when it was on Amazon Prime. I think she heard about it because Joe Rogan was talking about it. And it's this documentary, probably about an hour and a half, maybe hour 45 minutes, about this billionaire, rich Asian guy that just starts showing up in wine auctions out in California and
I
everything.
think Netflix has a version of that same story.
Yeah, and he's just shows up and he's just like buying cases of wine that's like $7,600 a bottle and shit like that. And he's just popping up at all these wine auctions and
He was like a
most
younger
of the
guy
people,
too. He wasn't like
Yeah.
old.
Rudy Kirinawa or something
Yeah,
like
Rudy.
that. And all of a sudden, dude, like the whole wine scene, it's usually all the same 25 to 50 of the same like middle-aged white men in their 50s and 60s that drop money on their favorite wines. And it's just this little culture that just hasn't broken the norm in a couple like decades.
Right.
And then all of a sudden this rich Asian billionaire who's like in his 30s comes in. He's drank a ton of really fucking good wine. He has a great palate. He can identify a lot of wines, so he knows what he's talking about. He's not just full of shit with a lot of money. And he just starts buying up cases of really fucking good wine and becomes this extremely influential guy in the wine auction space. And it's all about how he partners with like a wine selling firm that auctions off a bunch of his wine, and there's some big shadiness that comes in with some people in the industry counterfeiting wines that are like $8,600 or like $86,000 a bottle.
Yeah, people are buying
wines
these,
from
putting them
like
in their cellars. And this guy,
1873. It's like a Chateau Dulac or something like that. I don't fucking know, but it's
This
from
Rudy guy was the one that was doing it.
I don't know if it was Rudy or if it was other people, but
Do you want the
there's
rest
a
of the story?
huge wine conspiracy. You got to watch it.
Yeah,
I'm
watch it.
going to.
It's 99 cents
I like
on
the movie
Amazon
Bottle
Prime.
Shock.
Great, huh?
I like the movie Bottle,
Bottle Shock. I watch that probably once
Yeah.
a year.
I love
Yeah.
that movie. That's a good movie.
Yep.
I try to watch as many Alan Rickman movies as I can.
Oh,
They're good for your
rest in
soul.
peace, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Dump some out.
Professor Snape,
Yeah. You know what's funny is
Galaxy Quest.
it's not even my favorite. Even though I love Harry Potter, it's not my favorite Alan Rickman movie. My favorite Alan Rickman movie is 100% Dogma.
Dogma.
Dogma's one of the best
Dogma's
movies I've
great.
ever fucking seen.
Yeah. Dogma's great.
My best pickup line came from Dogma.
Yeah.
You ever seen a fat man in an overcoat? You ever fucked a fat man in an overcoat? That's what I
Yeah.
should say. Yeah. It's a great line. I
Nice.
love that line.
Alan Rickman.
My buddy met Jason Mewes when he was living up in Boston.
I
He
have
was
his
just
autograph.
walking down the street, and Jason Mewes was on the other side. And he's like, Jason?
Yeah.
He just kind of like yelled out to him.
Yeah.
The guy was really cool, and he just looked up and was like,
Hey.
"Oh, what up, bro? Fucking sweet." And then he just ran across the street, and he's like, "Dude, like I go as you for Halloween like every other year or something like that. Like, can I get a picture?" And the guy was totally fucking
Blunt
cool.
man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No, no,
funny.
just as literally Jason Mewes, because my buddy Jimmy, who's my roommate, he's like 6'4", he's long blonde hair, little beaky kind of nose,
just like
like
him?
yeah.
Fucking A.
So he just puts on the fucking backwards hat and the long hair, if his hair's not long enough, and like a fucking yellow jacket, and he's fucking
Yeah.
Jason Mewes from Clerks.
That's funny.
It's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Clerks 3 is coming, by the way.
Nice.
Saw that post the other day. Back to football.
Yeah.
This year's draft, which comes up on the 29th, it is currently the 8th. So
Are we gonna go this year? Can we go again this year?
Yeah, I
I'll get
just
us
got
into the
that
locker
email.
room.
I just got. They're not letting us on that side of the field or that facility.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get us in the locker room for sure. We might be able to do the walkthrough in the locker room, but it's not mentioned. Pretty much, it's $5 a person, but you get that $5 back as a food and beverage credit.
That's so cheap. Why would anyone not do that?
Yeah, I
That's
think they're- I
literally
think they're
like
running
half
the
the price of a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they that's gonna happen, but it's been a long time since an NFL draft has had a large immediate fantasy football
Impact.
impact in a long time.
Yeah.
And we're talking 4 quarterbacks potentially taken in a row. Now, the statistic for that is out of the last 140 quarterbacks selected in the first round of the NFL draft, 8 of them have been starters, productive starters.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Yeah, in the last 6, I think since 2006 or whenever it was, quarterbacks that were drafted, only one of them is on their team that they signed with. And that's Matt Ryan, was the last quarterback
Okay.
to re-sign and stay with his team.
Well, I think it's just because so many of them have just gotten passed around. Like, you look at that whole draft class of, what was it, like Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, and Ben Roethlisberger from back in the day.
Yeah.
They signed, like, long deals to become the face of their team. It's not the
Well,
way it is anymore.
That's not true because both Jared Goff and Carson Wentz signed long-term deals to become the face of their teams.
I don't think Jared Goff was really the face of his team, though.
He
They were
was-
really
he signed-
happy to
he
get
was the highest
him.
paid quarterback in the NFL 3 years ago.
Every year there's a new highest paid quarterback in the NFL.
Well,
so
there's no reason why you wouldn't make
Somebody's
somebody the
just
highest paid person in the league that current year if they weren't going to be the face of your franchise. And lest we forget, he did lead them to a Super Bowl.
that's true. Did they win that?
No, but they didn't. They didn't really. They lost by like 2 points.
Still.
So he was competitive
Yeah.
for sure.
No, he was, but I mean, it was one of those where, DeAndre, or not DeAndre, RG3. RG3 was great his first year, and then just kind of really fell
Tapered
off.
off.
Yeah, and I think at one point he was in rumors to be like one of the highest paid quarterbacks because of his rushing ability.
Yeah, well, he got humbled very quickly.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, I remember he was playing Tampa Bay once, and because we were doing a lot of play action fakes, or they were doing a lot of play action fakes, when he handed the ball off, he would just throw his hands up so no one would hit him.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're coming.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Our defense
yeah.
was nasty that year.
Yeah.
So he would just throw his hands up so no one would hit him because our defense was terrifying. So we would
Yeah.
beat the fuck out of the poor guy.
yeah.
But RG3, when you get beat out by Kirk Cousins, you just take a big hit there.
Yeah.
Who's also not a bad quarterback either. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he did get a guaranteed $98 million contract for 4 years.
That's
Smart
a good start.
man.
That's a good start to your week.
Yeah,
you
real
got
smart.
A $98 million check because it was a
You
fully
get it
guaranteed
today.
check.
Yeah.
Completely, he probably got half of it deposited right into his paycheck, and the other half goes to game checks.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
Speaking of people making the smartest decision with their salary ever, I know I might have mentioned it. That one, the one NFL player decided to take half of his salary in Bitcoin.
No,
like
he took
4 years
all
ago.
of his salary
Yeah.
in Bitcoin.
Was
He's
it?
probably the richest. He's probably the
He
richest
is,
NFL
he's
player.
the highest.
He's like the
no.
fourth highest paid
Yeah,
player
he's
in the
fourth highest,
NFL.
but he's a defensive
Yeah.
end, which is
Like-
unheard of.
Yeah. And,
Usually
and I
the-
probably mean like the entire scope of the NFL itself. He's probably up there with like maybe top 10 paid people.
Yeah,
He's
pretty
crazy.
much.
He's like
pretty
top
much up there with
4
all the
overall,
quarterbacks.
even though the top like 13 are all offensive guys,
Yeah.
and then you have J.J. Watt. Like,
No, it would be
Or
all
someone
It
else.
was
I mean, that's a good move though.
Mhm.
You're like, I'm gonna get the money anyways, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it to me in Bitcoin.
smart as fuck.
what the hell's
Yep.
that guy's name? He's a cornerback now. He was on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now he's on the Rams.
Oh, Aaron Donald.
No, corner.
Oh.
Cornerback. He used to play for Florida State. He's nasty. Won
Yeah.
a national championship.
It's not Hargraves.
No, definitely. He played for Florida.
You burned that jersey, didn't you?
I still have it actually. It's I think it's a stitched in jersey, so I'm just gonna unstitch it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Still have the stitch lines around if someone's looking real close.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what'd you do there?
I'll just put my
He's
own
got a
on.
stitch named Dookie on there.
Yeah. What the hell is that guy's name? Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, but he's paid higher than that guy.
Yeah.
I think there's 4 quarterbacks ahead of him.
Yeah, smart man.
Russell Wilson,
really
Aaron
smart
Rodgers,
man.
Deshaun Watson, and
Pat Mahomes.
Pat Mahomes. You know, it's funny. Tom Brady just won his 7th Super Bowl for my Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he's never been the highest paid player in the league.
Yep.
He should have pulled that Bitcoin card.
No,
He likes to
his
win.
Wife,
Yeah,
his
he
wife
does.
is so goddamn rich, it doesn't even
Doesn't
matter.
matter.
He doesn't care.
She
At
eats
this
so
point,
fat
he's
for photos.
really not.
Stupid.
Yeah.
He's really not in it for the money.
Yeah.
He's in it to
He likes to win and play the game.
That chip on his shoulder of being a 6th-round pick and considered not even worth drafting.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, watch this. I'm going to win 30 goddamn Super Bowls.
I'm gonna eat all of you.
The fact that like he can call up people that he was drafted with, and he's like, "Yo, I just beat your son this weekend.
Yeah, seriously.
Your son sucks too.
Yeah,
Bye."
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I think the power rankings that are coming out have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers #1.
Really?
Yeah, because we returned all of our starters.
Okay.
That finally started to click towards the middle of the season. How does this make you feel for our little gentleman's wager we have?
I mean, never would have seen this coming.
No,
Feel that
neither
way
did
for
I.
sure.
I was drunk when I made the bet that Tampa Bay would win 4 out of the next 5. We
Real
lost
drunk.
that one, and then we went
Speaking
ahead
of-
and won this one.
You mean for that Ravens bet?
What was the bet?
The Ravens would, win their division?
They did win their division.
I don't think they did.
Yes, they did.
Did they?
Yes, they did. You owe me for that Ravens bet.
I think the Steelers won,
No, they definitely did.
even though they went on that like losing streak right at the end.
Oh wait, you might be right.
I don't know.
No, I think they lost the Ravens twice. No, they lost once.
I don't know. I had Ravens win division for 10, and then I put hit him up in all caps.
It was.
So I think we might be
We might be at a stalemate.
yeah. But yeah, he definitely did make the bet the Bucks win 4 out of the next 5 Super Bowls.
Yeah, go down
so-
a little bit. Keep going.
Can't see that.
There we go.
I'm genuinely not sure.
Keep going. I think you. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they edged him out, even though they went on like a 6-game losing streak after going.
Yeah, scroll
What,
down all the way
10
a
and
little
0?
bit more. Scroll a little bit more right there. So, it's right there. So
Wow.
12-4 and 11-5.
Yep.
Home record 5-3. Yeah, dude, the Cleveland Browns were right behind him. That's so
Yeah.
surprising. I should have bet you that the Cleveland Browns were going to beat the Steelers in the Super Bowl.
You could have just bet that the Cleveland Browns wouldn't lose their division, and I would have taken you on
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
Can we also talk about the quarterback from this season, from the worst team in that division, getting traded? Andy Dalton.
He didn't get traded. He signed.
But
signed
going to the
who?
Bears, they made a huge. Regardless, I'm talking about the Bears signing one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL.
Well,
Oh,
this is a stark difference from when I first met you, because you were riding the red rifle. You were loaded.
6 years is a long time.
He took
For
I
a
don't
player
think
to
he-
fall
I don't
off.
think he's one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL.
Really?
I think they did him like Carson Palmer. He wanted out. He didn't want to play there anymore.
Mhm.
He got sent to Dallas. That
Yeah.
whole team was garbage.
Okay.
There was nothing good about that, and that was not anybody's fault but the people who signed the checks.
Oh no, man.
Number 2, he took the fucking Cincinnati Bengals to 4 playoffs, and somehow got the Bills in the playoffs for the first time in 1,000 years there too.
Yeah.
I'm just.
I don't
saying.
remember Andy Dalton on the Bills.
He wasn't, but he beat a team to help the Bills get into the playoffs. All I'm saying, like, so it was so funny when that happened. That next preseason they played in Buffalo,
Mm-hmm.
and he went. He walked out on the stadium and got a standing ovation from a packed Bills house.
Because he won a game that pushed someone else out of the playoffs that
to
helped the Bills get in.
And the only reason why that game was sold out was so that they could give Andy Dalton a standing ovation.
Wow.
I don't think Andy Dalton's a bad quarterback.
I do.
I don't think so. I think we got a Ryan Tannehill situation.
You think?
Yeah,
You think in the right team he would shine?
100%. And I think that Chicago's a good team. Mitchell Trubisky wasn't a bad quarterback.
No, Trubisky was okay.
Nick Foles,
It-
just stopped believing in him.
Yeah.
That was a fluke.
Nick Foles is about done. Man, dude, there's a lot of quarterbacks that are falling off rosters as fast as they got on them now.
But
Like
the thing is,
Blake Bortles is unheard of anymore.
but we're learning something though.
What?
I think we're learning that if the system isn't right, if something's broken about what's happening,
Mm-hmm.
then nobody will succeed. Period.
Yeah.
Cam Newton was in 2 broken systems now. Although last year,
I don't think you can call the Patriots system broken.
it was last year. I mean, so it was temporarily maimed.
I
if
don't
you
know,
will.
though, man. I think that they still had a lot of the good pieces that they
They had the
needed.
most opt-outs of any team in the NFL.
Oh, come on.
We're talking starters. They took that $375,000 check and walked.
I don't know, man.
I'm telling you.
Maybe I just wasn't aware of those players, but no, because it seemed to me like they had like a lot of their weapons and a lot of their like called upon people, you know?
No, I mean they have one receiver.
But that was always kind of by design. Like,
No, they did not want that. Why do you think they kept signing like big veteran receivers like Randy Moss throughout the years and Chad Ochocinco and all those guys to come in and help them?
Yeah.
Because they suck at drafting.
I
And
figured
they suck
that-
at drafting receivers.
I figured that Bill Belichick just knew that he could get those meaningful wide receivers, or when he had Tom Brady, that Tom Brady could make any wide receiver out there for him.
Look at the last year he
Worthwhile.
was in New England.
Tom Brady?
Yeah. The last year was in New England. He gets Miami beats New England in Foxborough with a shit team, and he loses in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
And his last pass in a New England uniform is a pick six to end the game.
Oh,
Just saying. He was frustrated.
sounds like you
and wanted
hate
to
the
get
guy.
Who?
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't hate him anymore, but
No, I don't hate him. I'm just saying, like, the proof is in the pudding. You can't. Tom Brady wasn't in a winning system anymore.
yeah.
Whatever that was, it wasn't good. So that's why he went to greener pastures.
Fair enough.
So I feel like the same thing could be said about Andy Dalton, Mitchell Trubisky. Obviously, we've proven it with Ryan Tannehill. I don't think Tannehill is the biggest comeback story ever because he's good, but he's not great. He's
Yeah.
a great game manager. I'll give
Yeah.
him that.
That's true.
Before he's a great quarterback, he's a great game manager. But I would consider him more, or I would consider maybe not throwing the red rifle into the wood chipper just yet.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I can understand that. We'll definitely see because it's a different. Well,
I think they got Allen Robinson back too.
yeah, they did.
And
It's
they
just
have-
because it's a different style of play in Chicago. In Chicago.
And they have
Then-
that running back
Yeah.
Singletary, not Singletary.
No, it's Montgomery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they got a good
Montgomery's
team.
pretty good, and
Their
they have the guy
defense-
behind Montgomery who,
Tariq Cohen.
yeah, Tariq Cohen, and also then you have, Allen Robinson, and then, oh man, there were like two other good wide receivers on the Bears.
Yeah.
But it's a completely different game where it's all short passes and runs,
But
and
he's going to a stacked house.
yeah,
And their offensive line is getting better. Their defense still has Khalil Mack on it.
yeah. We'll see though. It just matters if the Bears can shake off the stigma of being the Bears.
Yeah. I mean, they're
Is-
not far from
They
glory.
are their own worst enemy all the
Correct.
time.
And I think it's turnover.
Yeah.
You fire a coach after a 10-win season.
Mm-hmm.
You pull in a coach from the Canadian Football League.
Yeah.
Wonder why he sucks. And then you get a guy who was under Andy Reid for forever, and now you're starting to turn it around.
Yeah.
But people are so, and this is a problem. I was thinking about this the other day when I was listening to people talk about Sam Darnold and how like the New York media got to his head, and it's just like, why is the like? Oh yeah, they can't handle that New York media, that Chicago media, that LA media.
The media shouldn't be hurting the players.
Right.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that. I feel like the college football media is arguably more
Yeah.
egregious.
And those guys don't even get paid.
No, they don't. But it's like I feel like fans need to get off of the "what have you done to me now"
Mm-hmm.
or "for me now" situation and really get into the okay. Well, our quarterback's pretty decent, but we haven't really done anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's this other young, exciting quarterback who could run a second faster. We need to get that guy. We need to
Yeah.
get off of that whole. We're financially ruining people's lives when you do that, and physically in a lot of ways too.
Yeah.
The Jets' biggest issue was offensive line,
Mm-hmm.
coaching, defense. The
Yeah.
quarterbacks weren't bad at all. They didn't win a single game when Sam Darnold was out.
I mean,
They
I
only
think
won
that's
2, but
yeah,
I'm just saying, none of it was really Sam Darnold's fault.
fair enough. Yeah,
So I
I hear
think-
you becoming a Jet supporter over here.
That's a Jets fan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. We'll be all right.
It's been a lot of sad times.
He
Yeah.
also has a Tampa Bay Buccaneers season ticket, so you know,
It's fine.
yeah, he's used
Traitor.
to
There's
winning.
a lot of snowbirds around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, all of us grew up Buccaneers fans,
Yeah.
so it's like, no, man, you can take that old Broadway Joe bullshit back to the past, bro. Just kidding. But yeah, I think there's a lot of math involved with this, and people try to overlook it because it's like there's something new and exciting. Everybody wants a Patrick Mahomes who could,
Yeah.
do
Throw
2
no look
backflips
passes.
over the defensive line and fucking throw a no-look left-handed
Yeah.
40-yard bomb. It's like,
Yeah,
there's-
but he's
there's only-
human too. He got throttled.
Yeah, there's only
He saw
one
him try to
guy.
do that walk.
Oh,
It was a
yeah.
little rough.
Yeah, there's only one Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
There's only one Tom Brady. Take the guy you have and develop him. Get him into a second contract.
Yeah, I've never seen the point of moving a quarterback so fast. Like even Tom Brady's move was pretty dramatic,
Right.
considering he's been in that program
For 20 years.
20 years. You tell me he
Yeah.
doesn't know everything about the program. Hopefully by now,
Yeah.
and you're gonna
Right.
move him to a new program, which
Right.
started out real rocky. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I watched those games. I was like, Tom Brady's moving. I'm gonna check a couple of them out because
Right.
you trust the guy because he can play.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe he's got some lightning coming.
It took a while.
It
but
did.
Bottle was
Which it
uncorked
should've.
eventually.
Yeah, which it should have.
Well, we had no off-season program. There's
Yeah.
no really getting acquainted with your team. But,
Yeah.
look at Josh Rosen. I have a long-standing bet with Jared right now
What's going?
that by the end of 7 years, Josh Rosen will become a productive quarterback in the NFL. He was never given a shot. He was traded after 1 year. Then he wasn't a starter at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Then he was traded to Miami, and they drafted Tua Tagovailoa before he could even get his name on the back of the jersey.
Yeah.
True.
So it's like,
True.
and then he goes to Tampa,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a practice squad quarterback. Gets to learn under Tom Brady for 8 games until the 9th string quarterback from San Francisco gets injured, and they claim him off of waivers. I was actually hopeful that bet would come through in Tampa, but it didn't. I'm just saying.
He just wants to rub it in
Yeah.
You
as
don't give
much
time.
as
You don't
possible.
give time for people to develop.
No.
If a bartender shows promise, but he's really slow,
Right.
Are
But
you
he
gonna-
makes the drinks.
right? He can make
he
the
makes
drinks.
every one of these
you
drinks.
can tell he's
right.
not really comfortable yet, but he might get there.
Yeah.
Are you going to give him a shot to get there? Give him the day shift. It's a little slower.
Yeah.
You'd season him.
Yeah.
It takes.
You take him under your wing. You throw him in to service well with a veteran bartender, or you throw him in to schmooze
Yeah.
the guests at the bar.
I mean, it takes a little while though. And do you already have like another bartender that's already twice as fast as him?
Hope so.
Correct.
Most of
But
the
do
time
you
it's
need
like-
another bartender to be as fast as that other guy? And you want a company man?
Yeah, but then it just becomes the price of the investment, man. It's tough. A lot of variables.
There's a lot of variable. I mean, in
So I
my-
can understand teams not letting somebody like,
It-
yeah, we're just gonna lose like 4 games this season because we want to let you
We're gonna burn us.
I've
get
had to-
used to it. Yeah.
I've had to demote. I mean, in the service industry, on the floor, there's the hierarchy of like there's a host. Oh, there's a busser. There's a host. There's a server. There's a manager, and then there's a bartender.
Yeah, like floor manager, bartender.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
mean-
if they have a restaurant manager, that's a whole different person too.
yeah, like the general manager. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've had to demote a bartender that I really liked
Right.
because I thought he had potential, but he wasn't good. But I gave him 2 months to figure it out,
Yeah.
which is a lot longer
Pretty generous.
than anybody else. And I'd throw him on day shifts, and on day shifts he wasn't bad, but when we need to pull him in,
Yeah, we
You
need the
know.
hands.
yeah. And I got 8 other bartenders that can pull a day shift, and half of them have tips, so they'll probably make more money than him.
Right. And they can
So-
make every drink off the top of their head regardless. And while they're pouring, they're
Correct.
asking the next one, the next one.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I was that bartender too. Like I was a really slow learner when I first started bartending, and I'm a repetition guy, so I will get it and get it and get it. So I don't really do well with a revolving menu, a revolving cocktail menu.
Right.
It drives me nuts. I'll get it eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Like it'll take me about 2 weeks to figure everything out.
Yeah.
But then by then
Printing a new one.
printing a new one.
Yeah, another
Guess
2
what?
weeks and there's no one
We've
coming
changed
out.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a new liquor
I-
vendor. We're not
Yeah.
serving that anymore, so we have to change all these
That's
cocktails.
why,
Subs and
that's why I work at
everything,
a
and-
fucking brewery, and we don't have a liquor license. Thank God.
Liquor license is a gift and a curse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's great for sales, but it's a damn nightmare for everything else that comes with it.
Oh yeah, keeping inventory and everything.
Stupid. It's a relentless
All the
task.
fees.
It
Yeah.
really is. It's a lot easier to keep inventory of kegs than it is liquor bottles.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the end of the month, Coopers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sums.
done deal.
Yeah.
That's it. Are they
Done
hooked
deal.
up? If they're hooked up, they're already sold. They're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not hooked up. They're good.
We pay the tax, and as a brewery, well, you pay taxes on them early.
Yeah.
So after that, it's like,
It's like filing taxes here every month. Every
Yeah.
month we got to report to the government.
yeah. Do they ever come here and just like, we're gonna look over the books?
Yeah, they poke around.
Yeah, they were.
They poked us once at the beginning of last year, pre-COVID,
They poked
took
us
a minute.
Yesterday.
which blows me away. Like, you guys don't have other things to deal with?
Right. What? You gonna come to the little guy?
Yeah, you know how many free drinks I've gotten in this town that I'm sure you should probably go police or something?
Correct. Yeah. And mainly they're just hitting up breweries for just making sure that the beers that you log in are taxed.
Yeah, they want the
properly.
money for every little ounce.
Yeah. And
You know,
it's
I'm like, you're
Yeah.
nickel and dime an ounces, guys? Come on.
Yeah.
You know how much beer we pour down the drain?
Right.
It'd blow you away.
Exactly.
You want me to tax that too?
Hey, if we could find out a way just to claim that as like
It's got to be some
against the
sort of
taxes,
beneficial law.
yeah. It's got to be a way you can put like a drain on somewhere just to track that waste.
Once it fills up like 25 gallons and you dump it, so you know it was 25, and you'll just
Yep.
fill another 25.
That's
and
just
dump
enough
it.
to make your head brewer like lose his fucking
Nuts.
mind.
Yeah. put one more thing in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking
Put one more
dare you
piece
to
of
write
equipment that you
down.
got to
Do it.
maintain
Do it.
and more records you got to keep.
It's awful.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
the worst, dude. It's the worst.
Tainting
It's-
the lovely experience that is drinking.
Dude, beer commercials, and now when I see beer commercials, I die laughing. We were in Total Wine last night, and my girlfriend's walking with me. She's like trying to pick out sours from 3 or 4 different places, get a nice little mix. And I'm like, if you really knew what all this took. Like,
Right.
you walk down the single can aisle, you're like, there's got to be 200 breweries in this aisle. 200 people who have to deal with this every single day. And I'm like,
100%.
there's no way. If you got all of us together, it'd be an argument, probably a riot in the streets. You'd probably go push over City Hall. Just push over.
Just push the whole-
Everyone push.
Everyone
We'll just
on
knock
3.
it over. Call it
Oh.
a day.
Yeah, it's pretty it's a pretty enlightening thing to work in a situation like that. I'm sure it's probably the same for. I'd have to think that liquor is way more regulated than that too.
It's got to be worse.
Yeah, especially because 90% of it's made in dry counties in the middle of fucking nowhere.
I mean, there's nothing worse than watching a guy walk up your steps with a shirt that says ATF on it. You're like,
Dude, and
you're
it's
like,
just
and he's
like-
by himself, and he's got a gun, and you're like, he's got a clipboard. So
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm just gonna count
You
some
look real
beer." You're
casual,
gonna
but you
count
look
some
like you're
beer?
about business at the
Yeah.
same time. Like,
That guy's got a very weird job. Like,
yeah.
sometimes it's paperwork. Sometimes I got to pull my gun out
Yeah.
and get some things done.
But
Sometimes
dude,
I got to put hands on people.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm touching beer.
he's
Yeah,
the
just
most
touch it.
terrifying human on the planet.
It's worse.
It's the worst. Like I remember working at Raglan Road or any other restaurant I worked in, and somebody, your local food inspectors and health inspectors.
Yeah, we get the same lady every time.
Miraculously, everybody has a towel in their hand.
Yeah.
It's almost like you were born with a towel in your hand and everything, and then it's just like you're double checking while you're at the hand wash sink, and you're making sure you're going every 20 minutes, just like.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely sing this song every time I wash
I've never,
my
yeah,
hair.
never seen people pick up so much trash off the floor,
Oh
like straw
my
wrappers.
God.
Yeah.
You're like, that's not
Making
what
sure
they're here for."
everything's
And it's just like,
organized.
the
Yeah.
health department must be like, you guys just have the best staff.
Yeah, it's so great.
You have the best staff, but all of your coolers are still warm,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
you're
what
shut
the hell?
down.
5 degrees over. I'm gonna come back. You don't
Yeah.
have to. I'll just send you a picture. I'm coming back.
I'll be back. I have nothing else to do. It's
Brutal.
okay.
Tell you what, fire me up at PB&J. I'm just gonna stay here.
Yeah, let me get something to eat while I'm at it.
Yeah. Medium well. Medium well. You know what I like.
They're brutal. Just
They
dealing with
are.
the government in general is just brutal.
I mean, it's necessary for restaurants because there's a lot of people who cut corners.
And I actually appreciate that portion of it because I don't want my food played with. And,
Oh,
and as much as you
100%.
hate them in your establishment,
Correct.
I need them in everyone else's establishment.
And I think
Yeah.
the
You
hardest bit.
Please show up to that restaurant because I just had tacos from there that were delicious, but I've been paying for them for a week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, that's like the best Mexican restaurants in California, dude.
Yeah,
You're shitting for at least 2 months.
Nah.
Yeah.
you got sign
Uh,
waivers. You thought that was a receipt? No, that's a waiver.
Pretty much all that fine print in Spanish at the bottom.
Way at the bottom.
Woo.
A lot
You're
of
screwed.
question marks on this one, huh?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I think when the health inspector comes, and if anybody's mad about it, it's more on the people who run the restaurant
Absolutely.
than it is the people who work at the restaurant.
Okay, another
Yeah.
thing. The people that work at the restaurant,
They could
mean,
care
I've-
less.
Yeah, they don't care, but they're also terrified because everyone who's like management's freaking out for probably
Yep.
half an hour. To an hour.
Or you're gonna have a lot of shitty cleaning tasks to do
Oh, the
after
worst.
the health
worst.
inspector
laundry list.
leaves, and it's like, oh yeah, he found black mold under and up and underneath somewhere.
Everywhere. He finds
I need you to lay
everything.
on your back and scrub that.
Oh, the worst
Fuck.
part was when I worked in the kitchen and that happened because you have to pull out
It's
ovens.
machines pull everything out.
You got to
Yep.
pull out. That was the last time I worked in the kitchen.
It would be for
Yeah,
me too.
After a
Yeah.
health inspection.
After a health inspection,
like,
it
oh
was
my
God.
Carrabba's. I was 19 years old. I had just gotten a fat check from somewhere, and then I just got a job at Disney. And I was like, guys, I'm not doing this anymore.
I'm not gonna do this.
I'm
Yeah.
done. I just literally scrubbed and scraped the ice off of every freezer because the fucking...
There's a buildup started in
'Cause-
the mold or whatever it was.
Well, no, there's a ravioli stuck iced into one. And so all of them had to get done.
And once I got through one, you can't have one that's done and one
One
next to
clean.
it that's not.
That's miserable.
Now you got to do them all.
There's a
And I'm
ravioli
just
in
like,
there.
dude, I don't make enough money.
Nah.
That's
don't
the
make
that's
enough
the
money.
one thing. The kitchen people, the people who work in the kitchen, do not get paid enough for that job.
Never. You
It
see them
blows
come
me
out at the
away.
end of a shift and they're caked in flour and oil
They're-
and all the
they're a
burns all over their
disaster.
forearms and
they've been in there for
everything.
12 hours.
Sweating,
Dude,
Someone didn't show up.
drenched
the restaurant
and
got extra
disgusting.
busy.
Yep.
you know what made it worse too? The last job is that I had I had to work in an open kitchen, so I couldn't even say the word
You can't
fuck.
do a damn thing.
You can't
Yeah.
play music. You can't do anything.
No, you just have to.
Yep.
Working
you
at
just have to-
Carrabba's, there's people sitting right in front of me.
Yeah,
Now,
smiling.
I'd make like $12 a night.
Right.
Like, yeah. Give me that plate.
Yeah, give me that.
A little lobster wrap for you.
Yeah.
Hey.
Go on.
You get a little cash on you? Try this,
Yeah,
try this,
yeah.
try this.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, but I feel like kitchen people are the most underrated people. But then again, that's like also why they're the biggest dickheads in the world.
Yeah.
Like, one thing I hate is like chefs who were never in the military but act as if they are.
I can't do it.
And it's just
or
like-
people or
Yeah.
chefs who require to be called chef, or everyone calls him chef. It's like that guy's name is John.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
call him chef. He's not
Yeah.
a fucking chef.
Kevin
Right.
doesn't need to be called chef all the time. You can just say, "Hey, Kevin, what's on the daily pizza?"
Yeah. No, he's a cook. He cooks the food.
Yes.
All of them cook
Yes.
food.
The
Yeah.
chef is the guy who wrote the menu.
He writes the menu or he butchers meat.
Which you
I can
almost
accept that.
never
if you
see.
butcher meat for the day, then that's
Yeah.
chef job shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
My dad is,
A cook.
no, he's definitely not. My dad is one of the
It's Jets fan.
more respected chefs in Orlando, and he's like the most humble dude ever.
Those are the best.
If he's mad at you, he's like, "Listen, we're gonna go have a cooler talk.
That's nice.
Cooler talks are off the record.
That's nice.
Your phone doesn't work in a
Nothing.
cooler,
Your nose
nothing.
doesn't bleed.
No
as
one can hear you
fast.
scream.
dude." And it's just like, and you have to really get him there.
You
You
gotta
know?
to get
Yeah?
the cooler talk.
Yeah, you have to really. I mean, you met my dad.
Yeah.
Does he look like an angry guy?
Nah.
No, he's wearing a goddamn Hawaiian T-shirt,
And
some
slip-ons.
Sanooks,
You gotta push pretty hard to get
and
that
he's
cooler
waiting to
talk.
find out when the next fishing spot's coming up and
Yeah.
how quickly can we get there.
And can he nap
we
in
make it
between?
faster? Yeah, and if we're drinking in between.
That's nice.
Yeah, my dad is the nicest man on the planet.
And then he makes
Yeah.
food. That's gotta feel
He
good.
doesn't even really see the kitchen, to be honest with you.
That's the way
Really?
to do it.
Yeah.
Those are the best chefs.
Nice.
Last time he did was during the NBA bubble.
So he has an executive title in there
He's
somewhere.
an executive chef.
There it is.
Yeah. I
Yep.
look at
Executive
what's
chefs
finished.
don't cook anymore.
Yeah, they spoon them. I like the
Yeah.
spoon job. Try
That's
a little
it.
sauce.
They
put it
taste
on its way.
everything. They check for quality and make sure that everyone's
He doesn't even have to-
making
He doesn't
it.
even have to spoon him anymore.
That's even better.
He's got a chef de cuisine for that. You know.
Nice.
He's almost done.
He's like president to the executive chef of the chef. of the restaurant.
Yeah.
well, he's,
Emperor to the chef.
So he's like right around the corner from retirement, huh?
Yeah, I think he's like 16 months away, something like that.
Nice.
You skate through that.
Oh yeah.
You just keep staying
Well,
there.
they say
and
that, but then
staying
Disney
there.
gave
It's
him
like a
half-
child, like, once you
20
start
times more
counting it.
work.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we furloughed everybody.
Once you start counting it in months, it's like a baby. It's like it's kind of unnecessary, but I see why you're doing it.
Yeah, but like the thing is, and the main point is, like he's that high up, and yeah, he grew up in a military family.
Yeah.
His dad was in the military, and very well respected. Like he loved his dad. My grandfather was huge into everybody should join the service.
Right.
If it's for a year, 4
2 years,
years,
whatever.
your whole life, everyone
Yeah.
should join the service. My dad never did. He graduated from Haines City High School and went right to fucking work at Disney,
There
and
you
he's
go.
been there ever since.
Wow.
Disney
So-
was a great pool. What? How long have you been there?
Almost 40 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was gonna
No,
say 30 years.
that's not. Yeah,
30
it's like,
years ago,
he's
Disney
over
was
30.
a great job. Like,
Yeah.
He's over 30. I think he's like 35 years. maybe 36.
Stock
So
options.
yeah, almost 40.
Park
fucking
passes.
old, I keep
Everything.
Yeah, dude, we bought a house from some people who worked at Disney, and they had the daily flyer,
Yeah.
like those daily circulation for just the staff, and like they had all the Disney swag.
Yeah.
And they were living fat. They had like 3 houses.
Fuck
Man.
You know, but they went
It's
to
nice.
Disney every day. It's gotta be cool. It's gotta
Yeah.
be cool.
It works. It's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
It works for some people.
Yeah, it does.
But you should never be a dickhead.
Doesn't do you any good. Doesn't do
The
anyone any
fucking
To
good.
what, to
chef at
Disney
Cafe
people?
22 Tango.
Yeah.
He's a
That
dickhead.
guy, you remember him?
Kelby?
No, before him.
No.
The short guy, short Spanish guy.
No.
God, I hated that guy. He always looked pissed off.
Is it because he always told you to do your side work?
No, it would be when I walk in the door.
He's already angry at you.
He's
Yeah,
already
but-
mad at everything, and he doesn't want to deal with servers, and he's like... He looks like he's seen some shit.
Like recently, like a minute ago.
I was like,
Yeah.
why are you
And
looking
you
like
remind
Rambo?
me of that.
Why do you look like Rambo just left Cambodia?
Ugh.
Like, dude, you work in a kitchen in a fine, like, what would you call that? Premium cash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Premium casual dining restaurant.
And you're on the outside of the heat, looking through the window
It's
at
a walk
people
in the
making the
park.
food.
And not only that, people want to, like, meet you and shake your hand, and, like,
And you're miserable?
yeah, I don't understand that.
Do you trust a skinny chef?
Nah.
I don't trust Bobby Flay.
I do. I
No, I
trust
don't.
Alton Brown.
I trust all. But
Yeah.
but he's science first.
Yeah.
It just happens to be about food.
Alton Brown
Dude,
is
if
the Bill Nye of
if that guy was
culinary.
making eggs, I'm eating them.
Every
Yeah.
time.
I bet.
He's gonna tell you this egg smells or tastes like strawberry mousse cake.
Yep, all of a sudden. You're like, get out of here, Alton.
Yeah.
Wow.
You did it.
A little bit of this beaver gland in there, and we're in.
Yep. God.
I do
Good
trust,
eats, man.
I would trust a skinny chef, though. I've had some good food. My wife makes good food.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty skinny.
I still trust a skinny pastry chef. Because most of those guys are usually French. And they don't really eat the food anyways. They just know how to make it.
Yeah.
Right.
And so they're thin because they're angry all the time, so their temperature's up.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's usually- that's the only
And they
reason
just
I
eat
go.
like this much of any of it, and they're
Yeah.
like, yes, the whole batch is perfect.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
All
It's great.
130 of them.
Speaking of that, you got to get your hands on some unfiltered wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
bring
we
it
talk
in here.
about this recently?
I'm not sure.
Because I
but-
think in my head, I think you said that to me. It might have been over at the brewery.
well,
you
it,
said
I was
something about
watching
unfiltered wine. I
this.
was like, I gotta try this.
I think you've been on a kick about
from
this.
French with Love, from France with Love, or whatever, Paris with Love, whatever it is. It's
I think From Paris with Love is the one with the.
John Travolta.
Yeah.
it was with Action Bronson, where he's got this.
Fuck, it's delicious.
Well, it's kind of like that, but he's got his friend. Was it Sommelier?
Yes,
Probably.
yeah.
Whichever one's for wine.
Somalia.
Somalia.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's like on another level. He's on the next level of that. Whatever's
Nice.
higher than that. And he is all over France. And this guy drinks wine like you take a breath. It's
He's
insane.
forever doing it.
And
Yeah.
watching them go all over Paris,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like they love natural wine. It's hazy.
Mhm.
It's there's no sulfites in it.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to get my hands on some of that.
No, natural wine's really good. We had the
Okay.
2 natural wines at Earl's when I was there, and
Dude, let go of
They-
the past, man.
very juicy.
You're not there anymore.
Very juicy.
You're juicy.
Thanks, big guy.
Yeah, I want to get some of that and try it because I've been watching this show. I might watch it again.
You know, they have this great place, Total Wine. They have some.
Well, I was thinking that because I keep bringing beer, except for the last 2 times, you could bring in something. And,
That's where you were going with this.
Yeah.
You were like,
Wine. I'll bring some cheese. I got cheese in there.
I've been looking to drink some lately. You should buy some. Now I see where this is going. All right.
Yeah.
I'll
When was
bring
the last
some.
time we brought wine on?
I don't
You
know.
want me to bring one?
I was thinking
Bring
about,
wine.
no, I don't
Bring
trust
wine
wine
and
that you
champagne.
I
His
only
wine
own-
comes in a bag.
No, it definitely doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't drink wine often, but I'd like to think that I try to have a good palate for it.
Okay.
I pretty much only drink wine when I have a friend who knows more about wine than I do there. So
Nice.
Charles is,
Yeah.
is very, one-legged Charles,
Mm-hmm.
is very well-versed in wine.
Yeah.
Like, really good
He's
at
got
it.
all that Charlie Steakhouse knowledge.
Yeah, and he
of
keeps buying this.
really expensive
He's got this
wine.
whole collection of wine from one company. He's like, I'm just going to save these for a rainy day. He keeps buying them at Publix.
He must know.
Really?
something.
Yeah.
That's like when I was buying bottles of Blanton's. And
Nice.
then all of a sudden, you couldn't get them. And I
Yeah.
called one guy. I was like, when you get a bottle, you call me.
Yeah.
He called me. He's like, I want $300 for it. And I was like, you can't have
No.
that. Ever.
No.
No.
You can't have it.
Nope.
You got the full Blanton and all the tops?
Oh, no. I was throwing them away. I didn't know they were important.
Yeah. It's,
Someone just said, this is delicious. I tried it. I was like, yeah, I mean, it's good whiskey. I get it.
yeah.
And then we got it at the restaurant, too. And then, you know how it is. You throw bottles away. You don't care.
Yeah.
And then my buddy owns another bar over in Sanford. He owns the Henry's Depot. So he's got he's got plans in there. I think he's 2 or 3 away.
Nice.
And I told him, I was like, I'll just get mine. He's like, it's cheap,
Yeah.
bro. I can't do that.
Yeah.
All right, I respect that.
Yep, I know. Now, Slate has some really good whiskeys and bourbons out there now where I'm working at, and I'm gonna try and get some of the.
I like Slate's
Nice.
selection there.
Yeah.
I'm
They have
deep
Angel's
on,
Envy.
I'm deep on tequila right now.
I'm
Yeah?
enjoying
Dude.
tequila right now.
We're gonna bring in some tequila next time. Have you had the
The rock and roll?
tequila mezcal mix from was it the mayor of Flavortown? Oh, what the hell
Guy
is it?
Fieri.
Guy Fieri and Sammy Hagar. It's like they mixed their two brands
Oh,
together.
finally. I was wondering what was,
It's
what was,
actually-
I wonder what was going to happen at Cabo Wabo.
It's pretty good.
Is it?
It's
Really?
It's like $25, $50, between $20 and $50.
For a tequila blend, so it's a little smoky, but it's also still margarita worthy.
Dude, to
I
be
was gonna
honest with
say,
you,
I feel like
think
you
it
got to
makes-
do that like a 70-30.
I think
Light
so.
on the
I'm afraid
mezcal, or else
I
you'll.
can't shoot mezcal.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. This
I
way you
did
don't
on
shoot
accident.
scotch.
Yeah,
You don't shoot
Well,
scotch.
Can shoot mezcal. I went down to a mezcaleria in Miami, and if you do it with a slice of orange and like their little scorpion salt that they do, really
Is it
good.
weird that like
Really good.
I'm moving away from doing shots completely?
No, there's a time and a place.
No,
I haven't even done a beer shotgun in forever. I might do one today just to see what it feels like.
What's the thing? I mean,
Feels
just
the same.
just as we're talking about it, like, nobody needs to, especially as bartenders, I think we can agree. Nobody needs to sit around slamming 2 ounces of liquor every 15 minutes to.
There's
There's
no win in that.
No, there isn't.
And I like the way I like the way a drink tastes. I'll slam a margarita. That's my downfall.
No, margaritas
drink a
are.
margarita.
Some of them are just
So
too good. It's a
good.
nice, like, it's like drinking one of these.
And then I hear my
You're like,
straw
oh, this is
all
a
of a
delicious
sudden.
little margarita.
I'm like, God, it's not tall enough.
Now I need another one.
Yeah, run it up.
Run
Yep.
it up.
Run it up.
No, I think that mezcal tequila blend would be perfect for a margarita.
Nice.
There's this drink that they had at Bar Taco. It was Smoke on the Water. It was a watermelon cocktail with mezcal in it.
See, that sounds fun.
Oh my god, it was.
See, I'll entertain that as an
I told you about it. I was like, yeah, what's that? We should do that for the Drew's drink of the week.
Which one?
It was like the Smoke on the Water one with the watermelon and the mezcal. We talked about it one time on air.
Nice.
It's really good. Philip Adams, 32, identified as gunman who killed 5 people than himself in South Carolina.
We did that today.
I think this morning.
Piece
Breaking
of shit.
news.
Yeah, what an
Wow.
asshole. Anyway, yeah, I think I want a margarita now.
I always want a margarita.
I have Milagro in
Yeah.
the freeze in the cooler at work.
Ooh.
Emergency brewery tequila. I don't go. I mean, I feel weird when it's not there.
It's tequila, man. It's
That's the thing, yeah.
The tequila goes
safest
so
liquor to
quickly.
drink.
It's one of
What's
those.
that really big bottle? It's a blue bottle. It's got a weird label on it, and it's
Milano?
super cheap.
Milianos.
Yeah, it's like this big, and you can get it for like $50.
And it's got a little ball on top of it.
I think so. We had that in the cooler and Jack Daniels, and we've had 3 other whiskeys since we bought that Jack Daniels, and we always finish
The tequilas.
tequila. The Jack Daniels is unopened.
Really?
Yeah,
Because everyone knows what that is.
It's
Yeah.
I've
disgusting.
had Jack Daniels.
My boss loves it.
But if you're just doing like a shot of Milagro,
Milagro.
Dude, I'd rather do a shot of
Cold.
tequila. Something about whiskey at a certain point, you either just want it as a Manhattan,
yeah.
or you just want it like a...
Or just like a sipping.
Speaking of that,
Yeah.
Larry prevented me from drinking Clase Azul the other day.
Yeah.
He's just like, don't do that. You know what, that tequila's not good. He just rebranded it in that fancy bottle, and that's why you think it tastes good. And I'm like, Larry, you've worked for an airport like forever. You don't know anything. You read one article. Yes, it's expensive. Yes, that bottle is stupid, but it looks cool and it makes a sound when you hit it.
It's great.
But at the same time, the tequila's actually pretty goddamn
What
good.
it is, it's really fucking smooth. What tequila did he urge you to get?
I
as
had to
opposed?
settle for Don Julio, which I don't hate at all.
No,
Not horrible.
No, I like Don Julio.
Terramana's pretty good now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiramana's
Because that kind of has a smoky flavor to it.
Yeah, Terramana's starting to blow up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to run
Rock.
off the shelves. That's how I was telling everybody. Get it when you can.
The Sin Carlo
Yeah,
is pretty
fly.
good.
Sin Caro?
That's Michael Jordan's tequila.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Charles.
Nice.
One leg Charles also got me on that too. You know the 1845 bottle from Don Julio?
Yeah.
Looks just like that.
Nice.
And I think it's pretty goddamn smooth.
Okay.
I saw this rock and roll tequila
Yeah, we're doing
that
it.
you speak of.
We're going to talk about it.
Have you had
Ooh.
It's delicious.
it? Is it?
It's mango flavored.
My only problem is it's I'm pretty
Really?
sure it's owned
Hard
by
rock?
the dudes from Kiss.
That's fine as long as it's
Oh.
not a Kardashian.
I don't know, man. Kiss are the Kardashians of rock and roll.
It's very true.
It looks like it might have one of those tops on it. A little like turn it upside down, pour yourself a shot, kind of.
I think it does. Which I don't hate that.
So
Yeah.
I've got a bottle of Guillermo del Toro's Patron.
Really?
I paid. I got it like a while ago. I got it for like $350. It comes in a box. It's sick.
Nice.
But someone was like, "You really have that?" I was like, "Yeah. Why?" He goes, "Look how much it costs online right now." So I mean, I've been checking it. Let's see.
It just keeps going up now that nice tequilas are hard to get, huh?
Yeah, it comes in a weird box set with a book and candles, and the bottle's upside down, and it's the ribs of a skeleton.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Wow.
about.
So it's like it's sweet. That's why I bought it. I was like, this is sweet. You know,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna start collecting liquor one-offs once in a while,
Oh, wow. $2,000.
Wow.
so I
wow.
have this.
Have you drank it?
Fuck, no, I paid $350 for it. It's in a plastic bag under my staircase.
Did you just get it just at like a Total
Yeah, I
Wine
just
or
got
ABC
I
one
got it
day?
at
You were
Costco.
like, that looks fucking cool.
I got it at Costco.
I'll
It
add that
came
to
in
the
a big
bar at
black
home.
box. The box is this big.
I joined the Central Florida Bourbon Society, and I'm telling you, Costco Liquors has some of the most rare shit you can find.
Nice.
They do. They have like, they had 3 bottles of this.
Wow.
And I get why they didn't have a whole row of it. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
you-
$350 for
Nobody
a box.
orders a case of that.
No. And then I mean like,
Wow.
but they're not gonna do it again. So
Yeah.
like,
That's
I'm okay
awesome.
with liquor as art in some cases.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Look up Eagle Rare Hard Rock Store Pick.
And the other thing is to call back to look at how much that bottle's appreciated. That whole documentary, Sour Grapes, they end up talking about like wine has actually been a better investment than gold in the last 15
Truly.
years.
Yeah, that narc.
Because
What's it looking for?
the way it's gone up.
Hard Rock Store Pick. I want to know what the...
Equal Rare, $59, $2.99 on the Kentucky Whites, $1.99 Buffalo Trace single ounce.
I was just wondering, because it's $100 a bottle at the store.
Where's it? Eagle Rare
At the
10?
Hard Rock.
Right here?
Yeah.
The first one?
No, the Hard Rock edition of it, which you can only get at
Oh,
the Hard
okay.
Rock, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
store pick. So I guess I might have to wait a few years. I bought the bottle.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I got
I know
into
someone
that.
actually
You
only
didn't
paid
drink it yet,
$75.
did you?
No, it's still unopened.
Nice.
I have a feeling we're gonna drink it though.
No, lock it up.
Yeah, I might. I got the bottle for $75. It's $25 off. So
The other thing
I
is,
paid
man,
$350 for Guillermo del Toro's 2,500. I could buy a car with that bottle now. It's stupid.
could probably go ahead and
Yeah, car for sale.
$5 says you
I
won't
should-
buy a Ruckus right now. Honda Ruckus.
Honda Ruckus.
Oh man, you don't know what a Honda Ruckus is,
It's been a minute.
dude?
oh man,
Say goodbye to your morning
Google will
commute.
tell you.
yeah.
Google. See what's for sale. I'm gonna see something that's acquirable. Oh, I've never read that.
Dude, not with that kind of attitude. Look at the. You can
No.
trick that bitch out. You could trick that bitch out. 150 cc's.
I can get that up to
I'm
200 horsepower.
gonna say, man, 150 cc's will not take you that fast.
I get that. up to
No,
200.
but cruising around town.
Yeah.
I mean, just from breweries.
Hitting
So
30
we're
to
gonna
40?
start a Ruckus gang? Is that what you're trying to say?
Dude.
We just cruise downtown?
Dude,
That's what it
Yeah,
looks
or a
like,
Honda
man.
Jazz.
Up and down
Ruckus.
Huey over here.
I
Or
mean,
a
you know,
Honda
back in the day, I
Grom.
think that's what you did.
Yeah.
Like when I was in Tulsa, you went and cruise Memorial. That's what you did on the weekend.
Run people
That's
off
what
the
we have with
sidewalks
those.
and
we have
terrorize
those goddamn
terrorists.
Scooters.
Find a random parking lot to chill in, and then sit there for about 30 minutes,
And
and,
you
then
could-
leave and go to somebody else's parking
you
lot.
could
and hang out
park
with them.
that
That's
thing-
all
Keep
we did.
moving,
Anywhere.
riding.
There's
Yeah,
not
sure.
much fucking
You
to do in
can
Oklahoma.
you could
Yeah.
literally park that thing anywhere.
I'm definitely gonna get one of these electric bicycles.
I thought about
Yeah.
it, but then
But I mean,
have
like
them-
all electric. I don't need a pedal. I'm just gonna.
Buddy
fuck
might got
around
one of
now.
those. They're good.
I can't really wrap my head around buying one because I just bought a motorcycle last year.
Yeah,
So it's like,
Can't
But
take
it's like
that
a-
thing anywhere though.
It's like the
but
wussy
it's a
version
gas station
of your
runner. That's what it's for me.
Yeah.
Like, I can get from here to the 7-Eleven closest to us on that thing. You know, I gotta cut through Paramore, maybe like kick a guy, but
yeah.
I get what I need. I ride back here,
I
or
gotta
if I
go
want
by
to get
there
a
now.
sandwich, I go get a sandwich.
You can do that
Yeah.
regular bicycle.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
then,
then you gotta
then
work.
I have to
But
do
then you
that.
have to work.
Yeah,
I just
then
want
you-
to chill. I want to hit my thumb forward.
As long as
Yeah.
you're on a
That's it.
scooter.
And
Dude,
just
I'm
go
not-
right up
fuck
to
those
28
things.
miles
I'm
an
not
hour
trying to
and
perspire
cruise.
on my lunch
Yeah.
break.
I'm gonna whip
okay,
past some
pal?
cars.
After
Yep.
my concussion and was in a hospital thing on the scooter.
Yeah, yeah, but you were. Listen, man. First of all, you were drinking that day.
No, I was not drinking
Everyone
that day.
knows.
Had you
Everyone
imbibed
knows
alcohol?
you were
I had
drinking.
maybe-
You see your face? You were drinking.
I had maybe 6 beers in 7 hours,
I want
The body process is 1 12-ounce
Beer
beer per hour.
right?
So what was the ABV?
They're all mediums. They're probably all 5s and 6s.
What was the estimated blood
So,
loss?
there's
I would say
no
how thin his
action.
blood was.
They did.
What was
Test
the-
everything, and they said I was not.
What was the temperature outside?
So
It It was at
I don't know,
night.
it was a brisk fall afternoon in St. Louis.
Okay. So what I would say is it's less on the scooter and more on the infrastructure of St. Louis.
It was the infrastructure of St. Louis. It
There's
was
a hole in
big
it. There's a
chunk
hole in St. Louis?
Is a big
Yeah.
chunk.
It's like a
So-
chunk
so
out of
it's not-
your
it's
Hit a
face.
big
covered
old
with
pothole in
weeds.
St.
It's not,
Louis.
it's
and-
not the scooter's fault. I
However-
think you're placing blame in the wrong
It
place.
was also probably the 50 pounds of beer that was in my backpack because you couldn't drink anywhere, so I was just picking up beers everywhere. That kind of momentum threw me down
That's what
pretty
it was,
fucking
see?
hard.
So I'm seeing a lot
So it
of.
was the beer, but
so
not
it was,
the
so
consumed
it was
beer.
the drinks.
It was the
All
drinks,
the
not the ones that
drinks.
were unconsumed.
So
All the
would you-
cans sloshed forward at once.
Are you
and
willing
just-
to forgive the scooter company and get back on one
No, fuck that. I will never get on one of those
He's never
without a
getting on
helmet.
again.
without a helmet? I'd love to
Maybe
watch
with
that.
the helmet. I
And
will
a
do
chin
it.
guard. I
Not,
want a chin guard.
oh, chin strap, everything, knee pads, elbow pads.
He's gonna have
Yeah,
a fucking
a full-blown
mouthpiece
hockey
on.
helmet.
I'm gonna look like
Full
With
way
the
in,
gloves
yeah.
and the stick.
What was it? Dewey? Was it?
Yeah, from A Christmas Story.
Just
Yep.
done.
Oh shit.
That's it. It's the only way he's getting on one again.
Oh
Give
my
me the
god,
helmet.
dude! I want to get a video of you cruising around the parking lot.
He showed you the picture?
Yes,
Oh, brutal.
it's so funny.
Ooh.
When he sent that, we were all here at work. He sent it to Jeremy and he sent
Yeah.
it to me. And then I saw it, I just busted out laughing. I was like, how do you do that? And he's supposed to be at a funeral. I was like, your face. like your whole face.
Turns
The
out he
whole
wasn't
way.
dead.
Holy
I
shit.
went in to kiss him on the mouth.
he headbutted the shit out of me.
Oh man.
My uncle's real touchy.
Dude, those scooters have claimed a lot of medical bills.
It's gotta be bad.
Yeah.
It's
gotta
not
be
that.
bad.
I mean,
Yep.
if you look in Orlando, half the streets are brick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not comfortable to ride down on the brick
No,
roads.
not even on my motorcycle.
No.
Make it sick, it does.
Yeah.
And I saw two guys on scooters yesterday going towards the highway, and I was praying they were gonna get on the highway. But they
Yeah.
had like 3 of the bird bikes sideways on the back on a piece of plywood, and they were just cruising down the road.
Ugh.
And I got a chance to stop behind them at a red light, and I looked, and I didn't have license plates on one of the scooters that they were driving.
Yeah.
The other one's plate was like from 2019.
Yeah.
These guys are
Hilarious.
just jacking
These
birds.
things don't really mean much. Yeah.
They're
Hilarious.
just jacking birds.
Yeah, I'm a fan of them, but it just depends. I think on iDrive, those things would be awesome.
Yeah.
I think the roads are too thin there. We need another lane in the middle. That'd be
What
fine.
we need
Yeah.
to do, allegedly,
sidewalk
that whole
would not
area-
Or a
support-
bike lane for them people to scoot.
Yeah, a bike lane would be perfect for
But
that.
too many foreign drivers down here with minivans and cell phones.
Yeah.
Not paying attention.
Yeah, that's the worst part. That's why we need real public transportation.
No, they have it. It's a new initiative
They have
coming
to.
up. Yeah.
Like if you go to any other, I mean, even Los Angeles has a small tube.
Mm-hmm.
New York obviously
Yeah.
does. The only problem is we can't go underground here.
Yeah, we can.
Sand here in Florida?
We're doing it.
Well, the problem is like you have to. We're technically below sea level, so it's a lot harder to go underground here than it is in places like New York and California.
I don't think that's true.
Look it up. Why
I
do you
don't-
think there's no basements in Florida?
No, I think Florida. Oh, no, that's two separate things. We can still be above sea level and not have basements. Those two things don't go together.
No, obviously you can, but there's a reason why it's not very common to see it because the sinkholes are a bigger problem in Florida than they are
Yeah.
in most other states.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I don't think we're below sea level.
I think we're pretty darn close.
We're right at it.
Yeah.
Literally hit the beach. That's at 0.
Yeah.
I flew too many planes.
It.
Parts of Florida are under sea level.
Yeah, if we have water on your land, then that's it. Have you seen this shit? Look at
What
this.
is that?
It's flowers.
They look like bikes.
They are bikes. This is China's problem right now with the automated bike industry.
Jeez.
I'm dead serious. This is real. Those are real photos. Wow. They have so many of these things as companies out there that they're everywhere because it's free. You put them out.
Yeah.
But China has no regulation for them, so people are literally just chucking them in piles.
Jeez.
At least it's pretty.
I mean, one of the pictures is pretty, but
That's
that's
nice.
it. Like they're piled. What's that? That's got to be 2 stories high.
You know what they're not piled with
Jesus.
anymore in
Yeah,
China?
Yeah,
Thick smog.
that's right. Taking a day off. Yeah, that's outside of an office complex.
That's
It's
hilarious.
hysterical.
Yeah.
Like if you just need one, you just kind of
If,
pull it out of the pile.
if you're the last one to get one out of that pile, like the last bike in the pile, the fucking tires are all warped
It's
from,
gotta be all janky.
from like 500 pounds worth of
Having that many bikes just
bicycles
sitting on top of it.
Oh, man. That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
crazy.
I actually don't hate that.
No.
I know it looks like it's a problem. It probably is a problem.
But it's, I mean, as a cool piece of artwork. I mean,
Yeah, what do you
kinda
mean
fun.
you don't hate that? You should hate that.
This is the first one I ever saw.
Yeah, look at that.
So when I saw that, that's
It
an
looks
aerial
like
photo.
bushes.
Yeah, it looks like plants. I mean, it's cool looking.
Obviously, it's an issue, but at the
Jeez.
same time, they're really healthy over there, huh?
I don't know. I don't know anymore. I haven't met anyone over there in a while.
So
Must have
say,
left
I
them
don't.
Well, on that disaster,
Yeah.
it's that time. I gotta run to the other side of the street.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure.
I don't even get to go to the record store.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Sea level.
Florida's all above sea level, man. It's not Louisiana.
It's literally sea level. We'd be under.
Yeah.
Yes,
Lowest
well,
parts are at sea level down in
but
Miami and South Florida.
The problem you feel or you see is though, like in Tallahassee and up here,
Mhm.
you will see a few basements. Where
No,
there's-
basements have nothing to do with sea level.
We can build a basement.
But
We can build a
basements
tunnel.
also have to do with like our soil
Mm-hmm.
is more susceptible to sinkholes,
Mm-hmm.
which is also the reason why we're pretty close to sea level.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
We have a lot of
B,
beaches.
the sinkholes are a big issue, and that's why we don't have anything really underground in Florida.
Yeah, I just think that it becomes a thing where now that's why Elon Musk is doing it. He's building this whole.
Doing it in California, where they already have an existing tube system.
No, their plan is to do it here in Florida, from Miami to New York. That's the.
The
pro-
Hyperloop
that's the.
thing, I doubt it'll
They
be
just need
on.
to run the Sunrail nonstop,
Yeah.
and it needs to make
Dude.
key drops. Like it needs
Yeah.
to drop me off at the casino, and then bring me
Right.
back to downtown Winter
Mhm.
Park or downtown Orlando.
You're virtually a member of this podcast, so I'm going to suggest something.
Virtually.
Well, I mean, he's
literally.
pretty much there. Yeah, I say we do. What side of town do you live in?
32806. So
Nice.
I'm,
It's, a,
Oh,
it's
dude,
the hottest
perfect.
zip code in Orlando right now.
It's hot market.
So I say one time we hop on this little Sunrail thing
Mm-hmm.
and get weird in Sanford.
I'll go to Sanford.
Yeah, the Sunrail.
Because there's drops off right in the middle of Sanford.
Yeah.
So is Winter Park.
Yeah.
It's nice.
So that's what I'm saying, and this one's over here
That
by
was not
the
bad.
I-4
Sorry.
exit on South Street.
Yours?
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting here thinking, like, I'm trying to squat up and figure out a reason why.
Just take
I
some of
should
those
go
little
there,
scooters
'cause
over there and
everybody-
hop on
I'll put
with
a
the little
scooter on
scooters.
the thing
Yeah.
and then drive it
Yeah.
down the next
I'll
town.
fold it up like a backpack and bring it on.
Everybody I know is freaking, like, in the brewing industry at least. They're like, yeah, dude, I was my day off, so I took the Sunrail to Sanford. Got really fucking hammered because have you heard about the scene downtown Sanford?
It's a
Nah.
good time.
Oh my god, there's 3 breweries in walking distance to each other.
Nice.
There's like
Probably
a couple
20
of
bars.
There's like 20,
Okay.
20 or so bars. Great cigar lounge over there.
There's little to no food, so it's a blast.
Well,
Yeah.
you have the Willow Tree,
Non-stop
And
drinking.
there's
The-
like the jailbird or something.
the
like that
German
right
place.
there.
Okay.
Hollerbox.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a nice little like run, and then you just jump on the Sunrail and you're back home.
Yeah.
But you gotta get the Sunrail at the right time, or else you're stuck
Yeah.
So
Otherwise, then you're sitting there going through 5 different
Yeah, that's
stops.
why you
Takes
day- you
an
gotta day
hour and
drink
45 minutes
you
to
gotta
get
day
back from
drink it
Sanford.
on a
Yeah, it's
fringe
a day.
day. Yeah,
Yeah.
It'd
you
be
go
like
there. You
Okay.
guys,
Wednesday or a Thursday.
we're meeting up at 12 o'clock.
We
and
gotta
we-
be on the first train at 12. And we
Yeah.
can spend 2 hours in 2 places and still be back here by 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I think we need. I can get a Wednesday or Thursday off for that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's no
And-
problem.
Yeah, and we explore.
I'm with
we'll
it.
We'll do a rolling podcast where we just
Yeah.
get on a train and video it and then run down and
Yep.
do the next stop.
I'll be
do the next stop.
Pocahontas for the
There
sake
we
of
go.
this journey.
It's good.
Hey, all right. Lewis and Clark over here. Let's
we'll
do
go,
it.
We'll go to what are you gonna do? We'll go to Winter Park first and get that out of the way 'cause that's gonna be boring. And then
Mhm.
we'll go to Sanford.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
I'm down.
Nice.
If for those of us who listen,
Bartender's
to this, by
Ball
the time
going on
we
the
do
roll.
this, join us with more details.
We'll do
to
it.
come.
We'll do a train invasion.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm
Get a
down.
bunch of people and we all have the same cup.
I know a guy. We can get koozies made.
It's gonna be good.
We do.
Yes,
Train invasions.
perfect. Well, on that note, I have 5 minutes to get to work. So
No pressure.
I'm out. You guys
All
have a
right.
good one.
Later.
Well,
Stay black.
later, big guy.